Hi, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen at New Hope Chiropractic. Did you know that the more flu vaccines you get, the more likely you are to actually get sick? It seems no matter how poor influenza vaccine effectiveness is, the national call for everyone to get a flu shot every single year remains, but it's getting an annual flu shot is getting an annual flu shot really the best way to protect yourself against influenza? Well, research recently suggests otherwise. A recent article in Science magazine delves into some of the finer points about individuality and how people's immune responses vary depending on a number of different factors, including the age at which you're exposed to the flu for the first time, and that exposure will actually influence how your immune system responds for the rest of your life. So knowing this, what kind of effects might one expect when the first exposure to influenza virus are vaccine viruses? Well, it's a gamble that no one has the answer to yet, but some studies have shown a couple things. With each successive annual flu vaccination, the theoretical protection from the vaccine appears to diminish. And research that they published in 2014 concluded that resistance to influenza-related illness in persons over age 9 years old in the U.S. was greatest among those who had not received a flu shot in the previous 5 years. The flu vaccine may also increase your risk of contracting other more serious flu-like infections. Canadian researchers, for example, found that people who had received the seasonal flu vaccine in 2008 had twice the risk of getting sick with the H1N1 swine flu virus in 2009 compared to those who didn't receive the flu shot the previous year. And a 2009 study in the U.S. compared health outcomes for kids between 6 months of age and 18 who do not get the annual flu shots, and found that the kids who received the flu vaccinations had a 3 times higher risk of flu-related hospitalization, with asthmatic children being at the greatest risk. With statin drugs taken by 1 in 4 Americans over the age of 45, many undermine your immune system's ability to respond to the influenza vaccine. And after vaccination, antibody concentrations were 38% to 67% lower in statin users over the age of 65 compared to non-statin users of the same age. Antibody concentrations were also reduced in younger people who took statins. And then independent science reviews have also concluded that flu shots don't appear to prevent flu or complications of flu. Flu vaccine does not appear to prevent flu-like illness associated with other types of viruses responsible for about 80% of all respiratory or GI infections during any given flu season. And then research that published in 2006, which analyzed flu-like mortality among the elderly population in Italy associated with increased vaccination coverage between 1970 and 2001, found that after the 1980s there was no corresponding decline in excess deaths despite rising vaccine uptake. According to those authors, these findings suggested that either the vaccine failed to protect the elderly against mortality, and or the vaccination efforts didn't adequately target the frailest of the elderly. And as in the U.S., that study challenges current strategies to best protect the elderly against mortality. And this warrants the need for better controlled trials with alternative vaccination strategies. And then finally, another 2006 study showed that even though seniors vaccinated against the flu had a 44% reduced risk of dying during flu season than unvaccinated seniors, those who were vaccinated were also 61% less likely to die before the flu season had ever started. So this finding has since been attributed to a healthy user effect, and this is the idea of which is that older people who get vaccinated against influenza are already healthier and therefore less likely to die anyway, whereas those who don't get the shot have suffered a decline in health in recent months. So other studies suggest that the flu vaccine during pregnancy can cause miscarriage. There's a lot of fraudulent advertising going on. It's really kind of the norm for flu vaccines as well, so you've got to be mistrustful of that. And also, there have been a lot of injuries with injection sites where the flu is administered, a lot of injection site injuries becoming more prevalent. Also shoulder damage following the flu vaccine. So hope all these things make you think twice, a little bit more carefully at least, about getting the flu vaccine this flu season. And as always, maintain your spine and nervous system with chiropractic care, regular chiropractic care, to make sure that your body has the best possible function and a fighting chance at resisting the flu, and having a healthy immune system, and just functioning overall at a higher level. Check us out at newhopechiropractic.com, and with that, I hope you have a healthy day.